and welcome to this week's edition of the Fresh Takes podcast with Russo and Felice. Got another hour-long edition coming your way today. Of course, in Paul Russo across from me, as always, in the flesh, Nicky Fresh. Nick, how are you doing today? There we go.
I'm doing pretty good, Paul, because today is another special edition of the Fresh Takes podcast because we have a special guest who's not that special because he is not that new. He's been on before.
That is true. We have had him on before, so say hello, of course, again to my brother, the one, the only, Pat Russo. Pat, welcome again.
Hello. A little offended that still not a special guest for my second time.
No, not anymore.
I'll get over it.
You're officially, technically, guest host now.
Yeah,
so
I'll take it.
Welcome. I'm happy you're rocking the Jason Taylor jersey.
Gotta bring it out.
It's a very nice one. I like it.
Gotta bring it out. 2-0.
That is true. That is true. Pat, we'll get to your Dolphins as well as your Hurricanes in our first couple of topics. So
yes.
We'll give everyone the brief rundown of what we got cooking today on the pod.
Do we have cooking
We got
today?
Some NCAA football and NFL football as always. We'll talk to you guys about that. The Emmys were last night, so we'll talk about the 70th annual edition of it. Some autumn activities. What is your favorite? What are you guys looking forward to about the fall? And lastly, we'll discuss Flash, Father Prime, Dwayne Wade, final year going forward. And it's going to be a fun, little different, I feel like, different podcast coming your way.
Who put Dwayne Wade in there?
Who calls him Father Prime?
That's his nickname. What his nickname is? Father
From
Prime.
who?
It's on Basketball Reference.
It's on. So
Also-
okay, we're gonna
also-
trust. We're gonna trust just a website that anyone could have put it on.
Also,
Good to know.
a lot of people have called him that. So,
Who are these? A lot of
And
people.
Paul, what is this hat you're wearing today?
well,
Trash.
we'll get Nick. We'll get
It's
to
trash.
this hat.
That's a garbage bag for a hat.
We'll get to this hat in a second here
It's a
because the
garbage
first
bag.
topic, of course, is the NCAA football Week 3 featuring a big win for the Syracuse Orange.
Easy.
It is
Easy.
big. They
Easy.
look dominant. I don't
Easy.
care what anybody says. They look dominant in that game. They played like they weren't going to lose that game. The defense looked great. You need to give the Heisman right now to Tommy DeVito and Eric Dungy. Somehow, some way, you got to do it. Anyway, Syracuse, big win over Florida State in the Dome, though. It was hot in there. I was there. Saw a few other people I know there. And definitely a sweaty one for an arena that has the name of a company that, of course, handles the heating and cooling aspects of industry. But that's enough of that part of it. Around the NCAA as well, Pat, your Hurricanes had a nice little win over Toledo.
Yeah, it's Toledo.
It is true. Oh, all right.
It's Toledo.
All right. BYU with a big upset win over Wisconsin in Madison.
Proving Wisconsin again does not have a quarterback.
That's true. LSU triumphed over Auburn in a game I thought Auburn was going to for sure handle. Notre Dame, your Fighting Irish Nick, squeaked one out. Squeaked one out against a Vanderbilt team we thought they were going to handle relatively well, I thought.
You thought that. What did I say on the pod? I said it was going to be a close game.
That's
They don't blow out teams.
Nick's realistic. He knows his team,
That's
unlike
true.
someone sitting across from
We'll
us.
get to that.
I don't know, are we?
Alabama
certain I said.
maintains their number one ranking in the country.
Surprise.
62-7 over Ole Miss. So Nick, NCAA wise here, what was your take from Week 3 here? A lot of interesting games, some upsets. Kind of your first week that you get to see kind of, all right, who might be the real deal, who might be the pretenders?
NCAA college football. Where should I start? Looking at Notre Dame and their schedule coming up, not too happy the way USC played this weekend against
That's true.
Texas. And UCLA also got destroyed by Fresno State at home.
There you go.
And made USC and UCLA look absolutely awful. The Pac-12, once again, overrated. ACC looks pretty overrated as well. The fact that we're even talking about Syracuse contending, it makes the conference overrated.
You guys are sad.
The SEC is a good conference. The Independents are a good conference.
The Independents are not a conference.
Yeah, that's
Central Florida is always good.
Nick. That's
No,
kind
they're
of their
not. Get
deal.
outta here.
Nick, that's kind of their deal. Independents aren't in a conference. That's why they're independents.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So Pat, we'll go with you then with the same question.
Then why do we have a standings? Why do we have a standings? Why is there
Where?
independent standings?
Because there's
Okay.
4 of you guys now for whatever reason.
He got us on that one.
Yeah.
That was
Fair
well
point.
played. That was well played.
Okay.
So Pat, what was your takeaways from week 3 of the NCAA schedule?
LSU isn't bad.
No, that's true.
Neutral site game against my Hurricanes. Not just showed up in the first half, absolutely blew them out. Got to give that one to them. Going to Auburn, take them down. They were a very popular pick for the Final Four, and I believe someone's championship
That
pick.
was my championship pick.
Who was the champ? Auburn?
Paul picked Auburn to win it all over Alabama, over Clemson, who he for some reason
Paul, I
thinks
did
is
not
going
pick
to lose
Alabama.
to Syracuse.
I didn't say that.
You said they were going to go 10-2, and you somehow have them getting
Undefeated home.
I
Undefeated at home, yeah. Well, because you see their home schedule. Their toughest home game is Louisville.
said NC State, I'd say.
Oh wait, so
I will have said Florida-
we'll
I'd
get
say
back to
Florida
Cuse
State
in a
too,
minute.
even.
We'll get back. No, Florida State's the sorriest excuse of a football team I've ever seen. I'll go pick a team of 7-year-olds off the street to beat Florida State right now. Francois is a lazy piece of dirt. That dude doesn't care about football. He's at Florida State to drink just like Jameis Winston was.
Crab legs, baby.
It's the only reason Francois is there. He's there to party. I'm convinced of it.
He looked terrible, by the way. Like he was not.
He never looked good.
He was not balanced in
Any
that
game he's ever played. Find a good game he's played that hasn't been against like a Savannah State team, and you're probably lying.
I see what you did there, by the way.
I know. And if we're gonna talk schedules too, because I know you like going after schedules over there, guy.
Yeah.
Who's Q's played their first 2 weeks?
First 2 weeks we had Western Michigan.
Congratulations.
Tough MAC opponent to face on the road.
Yeah, because Syracuse was playing them. That's why it's tough, right?
They're always tough. And they had Wagner.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Wagner. I'm
just
scared.
gonna
I'm
sit
shaking.
back and watch.
I'm shaking from Wagner.
I wish we had a split screen of me and you we could go to, but
So do I, but enjoy your 3-0 because it's all downhill.
That was a nice
from
win for
here.
Miami against Toledo.
Yeah, okay.
At Toledo?
Yeah, at Toledo.
That
That
was
was
pretty nice.
great. We'll see how they do coming up when ACC play, and if they can't handle LSU, it's going to be tough for Malik Rozier, who some people actually had him as a Heisman Watch candidate, and he looks god-awful.
well,
So there's my take.
Rozier ain't that bad in my opinion.
Yes,
I mean,
he is.
Well,
Yes, he is.
He's the Hurricanes single season touchdown, I guess, leader.
Well, yeah, because 20 of them came in the first 4 weeks last year when they played no one.
Okay, that's true, but you could also make the case then with any other player recently, though.
I mean, Rozier isn't everything he's cracked up to be.
Wait, so Paul, you can't do a split screen with you and Pat?
I mean, I'm sure I could, but I
If
don't.
you really try hard enough, Paul, I think you could do it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you
Also-
should come over here and do the board a little bit then, Nick.
Yeah. Also, I just want to throw this out there. You looking at Syracuse's schedule and all, saying they're going to go into Notre Dame. And
It's a neutral site game.
I
so
don't care
fast
where it
try.
is. You could play Notre Dame
Wait, you
in
think
the
we're gonna?
dome.
You think you're gonna beat Notre Dame? Oh, now I'm into it. What'd you say?
Didn't
I
he
You
say this
said
last
Syracuse
week?
is gonna beat
He
Notre
said this
Dame.
last week.
I said this
He said
last week.
You were here.
Now I'm riled up.
Yeah, Notre Dame needs to watch out.
Notre Dame by 50.
By 50, you
Notre Dame by
55.
50.
You
Notre
wanna
Dame by
bet on that one.
55, Paul.
I will give you plus. I'll be realistic. I'll give you plus 42.
You want plot? All right, we're making a deal on that one then.
Oh, hold on, Pat. Did you not listen to me? Notre Dame
Doesn't blow anyone out.
Doesn't
Okay, I'll
blow.
give you plus.
No,
What do you
no,
think?
16.
No,
I'll give you plus 18.
Okay, 18.
plus 42 if you're so confident in that one initially anyway.
No, we're not going to make bets.
Way to retract it.
It's all right. Cuse ain't going to win. That's all that matters.
Paul, how old is that hat?
I'm not 100% too sure. It was given to me by my Uncle Joe a few years ago, who had a
Is
lot
that
of...
your great Uncle Joe?
No, that would be your great Uncle
Oh,
Joe,
okay.
my regular Uncle Joe. But no, he gave me a few Syracuse hats. You've seen the one I wear to all the games with the old running Native American logo on it.
Yep.
The old orange man, if you will. And that's one I typically wear to games. This one I kind of like. It's different.
That's a nice hat.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
The
it.
team, not so good, but the hat's pretty good.
We don't need to be good in your book
like
as
the
long as
hat
we're
either.
good at the end. That's all that matters.
Just say
you
it's a
can't-
basketball
No,
hat.
in
Don't
football,
say football.
In college football, you can't just be good at the end. If you lose your first 3 games of the year, you ain't going nowhere.
Huh?
In
That's
football,
more
you got to
football,
be
yeah.
good all season.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So, we're taking a quick look ahead at the NCAA schedule for Week 4. Seems like a relatively flat week in a way. Alabama plays at home against A&M.
What's the big game of the week?
Bama by 37.
That one might be the game of the week by the looks of it.
No way.
I mean, I don't.
You can't tell me that that's the
Wait,
game
Bama
of the
plays
week.
A&M this week?
Bama plays A&M.
They'll be up. They'll be up 25 at the half.
Bama plays A&M in Tuscaloosa.
Brett and Haley from Big Brother are not going to be able to go to the
I just
game.
want to throw a quick score update out there. Yankees up 3-1, top 9 over Boston. Continue.
Ooh, that's big. That's big right there. Thank you, Pat.
No problem. I just wanted
I'd,
to throw that tidbit in for the Red Sox fans.
I'd have to guess. Would you guys agree that game day's probably going to Tuscaloosa for that game? That's really the only game.
Georgia, Missouri, both 3-0. I mean, it's at Missouri though, so I don't think they'd go
Missouri's not ranked. That's the issue. They usually go for the 2 ranked teams. And
there. Oh, I didn't know A&M was ranked.
yeah, A&M's 22 now.
I mean, unless Army Navy have a very, very early meeting with each other.
Unfortunately, Army is visiting Norman, Oklahoma to play
I
the
just
Sooners.
needed a yes or no.
So no, that would be a no then.
Oklahoma by 48.
Oklahoma.
All right, Pat.
That'd be about it. Yeah, I'd guess that would be the case then.
All right, Paul, let's just conclude the college football talk here. I don't care about Army or Troy or Truman or
Furman.
Citadel. Just tell me what you're.
I'm just
Go to Pat.
Go to me.
What is your take going into week 4 of the college football season? What is the number one thing you're going to take out from this week?
Alabama's going to roll over everyone.
Yeah, I mean this is not a very big week.
It's not even just for this week, for the rest of the season. They're just going to roll everyone. Not a single team in this nation looks good enough to compete with Bama yet.
All you need is 1 week, Pat.
No one looks ready to compete with Bama on a bad week right now.
You're nuts if you think that. You really are.
You're also nuts for thinking Cuse's ceiling is 10-2.
The ceiling's 8-4. I just said we're going 10-2.
So then the ceiling is 10-2.
The ceiling is the roof now, Pat. That's where we're
Don't
at with
steal
Cuse.
UNC slogans.
I mean,
Don't steal that. We trademarked it, threw it on a Jordan shirt. That's ours.
yes, and selling it for the players to get nothing. Nicely done, NCAA.
That was football, though, not basketball.
It don't matter.
It
It
does.
don't matter. So, Nick,
does, though.
Notre Dame, what do you expect out of them this week?
This week's their first true home road.
They are on the road.
home game.
They're on the road facing.
game.
They're on the road.
Wake Forest.
They're on the road facing Wake.
Cuse has to go to Wake later.
The one thing about Wake Forest, their coach beats people up at the bar.
That's true. Wasn't that the basketball coach?
That's the basketball team.
The football coach might do it too, for all we know.
Yeah.
Did he die?
No.
He didn't die, did he?
Oh wait, no. The guy he did beat up did die. That's right.
Oh,
That took
our
a-
condolences.
That took a morbid turn.
All right, we got to get back up. Dude.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame game. What's your prediction?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's a terrible topic. We're not getting into that. Wake Forest is going to lose this game 33-26.
All right, I like that. I like that, Pat. Yeah, it's
Once again, I'm so sorry.
Pat, Miami is facing FIU for the first time since the infamous brawl incident. I'd suspect they'd probably handle this one pretty well. I'm assuming.
That'd be an extremely safe assumption. It's Florida International. Give us Florida Atlantic. Give us Central Florida. Give us any team with Florida in their name. Easy W for the Canes.
Easy dub. All right. Then Cuse is, of course, playing UConn in the Dome for a 4 o'clock game.
That's an nail biter.
Oh, that's a big W for the
Hey
Horns
man,
right there.
hey man, this is gonna come back on their resume and get them the Pinstripe Bowl. Look out!
They go to a Pinstripe Bowl. I'm going to that game.
Congratulations, you're gonna
Good
see.
for you, man.
Congratulations! I'll be sitting in the warmth of my own house.
That's fun. Cuse by, I'm going Cuse by, I'll go safe 28 on that one.
UConn by 16.
UConn by 16. Interesting.
Cuse by 14.
All right.
UConn is god awful.
Beat Rhode Island.
Rhode Island and FCS school.
Maybe Syracuse is scheduled Rhode Island.
Maybe they should.
Maybe. You never know what might happen.
All right, that's enough college football. Let's get to the real sport.
Yeah, the NFL, where the Giants are now 0-2 because they look so great. Anyway, week 2 is a through the books, interesting and fun week.
The Redskins are amazing.
Well, I heard that.
Yeah, I was hoping you would.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, I said he the Redskins are amazing.
Oh.
Anyway.
Burn.
Week 2 through the books, the Steelers soap opera has now hit full effect.
Okay.
Antonio Brown skipping film and practice yesterday. Wasn't really able to catch. Apparently something happened before the show involving Ben Roethlisberger in a book, but I'm not 100% too sure really what the deal is there. Needless to say, apparently Mike Tomlin has lost control of the locker room a little bit, so that's interesting to keep an eye on the rest of the way potentially. Speaking of the Steelers, Pat Mahomes looking pretty much like the real deal, I think, at this point. It's safe to say. I know fantasy-wise here, someone in this studio has him. I see him smirking very much. So, Pat, will go to you to start. Is Pat Mahomes to you the real deal?
I sure hope so. I just want to throw this out there also. In our league, Nick's brother Matt has Mahomes.
Yeah.
I just have Mahomes in a separate league.
I was just confused there for a good 2 seconds.
Yeah,
so
I have Mahomes in another league.
Was there a trade?
No, there's a separate league I got Mahomes in. I do hope he's the real deal. He's got Hill to throw to for the deep threat. He's got Travis Kelce as his tight end. If he's ever got to check it down, he's got Kareem Hunt. He's mobile enough to get away from pressure if he needs to. I'm hoping he's the real deal. Could lead me to a title. I'd love to see it, but he's just in his first year. He's going to hit some bumps in the road. Even veterans do.
He's also got Buffalo Bill legend Sammy Watkins as well.
Nah.
I agree with that statement. Nick, what's your view on Pat Mahomes?
Oh, Patrick Edward Mahomes. What a guy.
Is his real middle name?
Pat Mahomes. I mean, 6 touchdowns in one game? That ain't bad. That ain't bad if you're Patrick Edward Mahomes.
His middle name is Levon.
Levon.
Levon. You couldn't even say.
Pat Mahomes will fall off.
Wow.
Okay.
How so?
One of us will be correct.
You know how he's going to fall off?
Yeah, how so here?
He's going to get a knee injury.
Oh, don't say that. Those are the worst kind of injuries.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. No, he'll fall off. Because we're talking about the Chiefs here.
Okay.
Has there ever been a time in your life where the Kansas City Chiefs are a good football team?
Yeah, weren't they like 10-6 last year?
They made the playoffs the past.
They were good. No, here's the thing. Come playoff time, yes, they are not good. They just find a way to choke it away and just.
Do you remember that Colts game a couple years ago in the playoffs?
Yeah, weren't they like 20?
They were up like 40 points.
Was it really?
It was pretty bad. I mean,
28.
Jeremy, who's in our league, he's a Colts guy. He'll know.
Or a Lions guy, depending upon the week.
Maybe even the Patriots.
That game was. I remember watching that game because I was on the Chiefs bandwagon. And they blew it against the Colts. They blown it every single year that they make the playoffs.
You're not wrong.
I mean, Andy Reid is a great coach.
Just can't
does a great job. Look what he did with Alex Smith last year. Look what he's doing with Pat Mahomes this year. But he never wins the big games, Andy Reid. Sure, Pat Mahomes will be a great fantasy player. If he stays healthy, will be a great fantasy player. Playoffs? No. I'm sorry.
I don't need him in the playoffs.
Kansas City?
I just need him in the regular season.
No. God, no.
I just think it would be fun to watch him this year because this is a fun type of player to watch in a game that needs like excitement like back in it.
What's wrong with the league?
There's an attendance drop going on right now. There's a viewership drop right now. It's been a relatively poor product on the field the past few years. Mahomes adds a new fun threat. He can scramble, he can run, he's got the speed, and he's got the arm to throw the long ball. Like, you can't ask for more, really, to make an exciting play in a fun, exciting game.
We got a comment over here.
I mean, I agree with, the excitement and everything, but I feel like there's still the same amount of excitement. We know why the league's dropping, and it's all these stupid flags. It's all that crap.
Part of it.
It's the health issues. It's the health concerns. I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. I feel like there's the same level of excitement.
It's the timeouts. Too many timeouts in the game. Like, they'll get a touchdown. They'll review it. Then they go to timeout. They decide to review it. Come back. Oh, it was a touchdown. They timeout. Kickoff. Timeout. Then we don't need more timeouts. There's more wasted time in baseball than there is football these days. That's why the game's dropping. But I could be totally wrong.
I guess for me, I just don't find checkdowns and 3-yard bubble screens all that exciting. But I guess I digress. Do
you like his little passes that Pat Mahomes does?
I like the long ball. I don't like the short ball. I don't think.
Yeah, well, you can't truck it 80 yards every throw.
I understand, but that's why, as a Redskins fan, I can't get overly excited about Alex Smith. Just not exciting.
Do you like Alex Smith?
He's all right. I don't like him.
But you didn't like Kirk Cousins either.
I'm going to throw this out there.
Kirk's a better quarterback than him, though.
Teams don't care about excitement as long as they win a game.
Duh.
As the Patriots. They don't care how exciting they do it, how exciting they look. They just want that dub.
Yes.
Point.
Some excellent points we're making here.
So I'm sure it's probably is a stat that everyone's kind of heard by now about Mahomes, but Mahomes has joined some pretty elite company. He broke the touchdown record through the first 2 weeks of the season with 10, obviously. The previous record, 9, held by Peyton Manning, who did it in 2013. Drew Brees, who did it in 2009. And Charlie Johnson, who played for the then St. Louis Cardinals in 1965. So hopefully we are seeing something special going on here with Mahomes. The Steelers saga, we'll stick with that for a hot second just to kind of bring it up a little bit. But the Steelers are kind of, I think, at a crossroads for the time being at the moment. Certainly issues going on that no locker room really needs right now. You got really the superstar players. It seems like a superstar players versus the guys in the trenches, specifically the linemen, kind of going back and forth. And now you have players feuding with fans on social media and some no-shows and some Tomlin apparently losing the locker room. So, how do you guys think this will play out through the rest of the year, really? Because if they don't get turned around really quick, it might be a lost season for the Steelers. Really, in their last really year to keep a core group together before they might have to just ship everyone off elsewhere.
I mean, they got a group of guys that can turn it on at any point whenever they come back together. Yeah, Le'Veon, who when he's playing is arguably the greatest offensive player in football. Antonio Brown, arguably the greatest receiver and offensive player all around in football. I just think, I'll be honest, I think Antonio Brown didn't show up to practice. I don't think it had anything to do with that thing on Twitter. What I really think is going on is he went to see Le'Veon to see what was going on with him.
Le'Veon.
Someone's got to go check in on the guy to see what's going down, see if there's any talk, see what's going on, because clearly Tomlin isn't, clearly anyone in management isn't. I feel like Antonio's taking it into his hands to go see what's going on, even get his perspective on everything that's went down with his situation.
Le'Veon apparently was in Miami again partying Sunday, for what it's worth.
Trade him to Miami then. Give us Le'Veon, give us Antonio Brown, and watch Tannehill become the next Tom Brady.
Nick?
Do you really blame Le'Veon Bell?
No, not at all.
I mean, he's got to get his paper.
Did you see those pictures of him on the jet ski, man?
Oh, I thought you meant about holding out for money in general.
Yeah,
But I mean, if I could be in Miami on a jet ski right now,
that seems like the life.
Yeah.
Instead of getting hit by Clay Matthews and J.J. Watt,
J.J. Watt still hasn't had sex
Terrell
since 2016.
Terrell Suggs twice a year.
Yeah, I know. And just like, he's still got all this money. He's on a jet ski. He's making raps.
He might never come back to football.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Don't. It's like... And plus, Jaron Johnson has him on his fantasy team. I would love to see Jaron struggle. Shout out, Jaron. That's the big reason. Don't come back.
Soon to be 0-3.
And anyway, I think I'm on both sides of the spectrum here. You know, Le'Veon feels like he's one of the best running backs, best players in the game.
He deserves to be paid.
He deserves to be paid. The other thing is, I'm going like me, normal person status. Yes, I call myself normal.
This might be the least shocking take of all time for those of us who know Nick.
And it's like, damn, man, didn't you just make like $16 million last year? Isn't that enough? Like, I'm just.
Is he in the millions or is he still on a rookie deal?
I get paid $650
I don't know, but also
tomorrow.
keep this in mind. Also keep in mind, Pittsburgh did come out and pretty much just say we're gonna run him into the ground to the point of injury, or no one's gonna want him after this year.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
So pretty much, just put this into perspective. When you hear I'm gonna be used to the point of literally not being able to play anymore, would you go back to that team?
Yeah, I remember too.
I don't care how much money you got.
Yeah, I remember too. He's 26 years old, which means, especially from the running back side, he really only has probably about 2 or 3 really good years left in his tank going forward.
Yeah, and then he's got 60 years to live after that.
Yeah, he's only
Does he really want to, go and take knees to the helmets to the knees every single week, knowing that's what's going on with Pittsburgh purposely doing it to him?
Damn, he's just 26. He's just a kid. He's so young. So young.
Only a couple years older than us.
I don't blame him. But he has a lot of money, But I don't blame him.
And if the Steelers are looking for a trade, Miami's always open for more receivers, just saying.
Well, speaking of Miami, Pat, your Miami Dolphins
I like that.
are
Fizz,
rolling.
Yeah, they are rolling.
They're rolling right
solid
now.
2-0
start. First time since me and you were discussing.
I don't know.
Probably since 2007 they've had the sole division of.
All right, that could be a little bit of like a little over exaggeration. I could be wrong on that one. With the way the Patriots always are, it certainly feels like the first time since that long that the Dolphins have had sole possession of first. I'm just happy to see them at this point because all through the preseason, all through the months leading up to the draft even, and all for the past 2 weeks before the season started, every single analyst was on the Dolphins about they're not going to be good. Tannehill's not that good. He's always injured. And I've told you guys especially and all my other friends, Dolphins are a 10-win playoff team with Tannehill.
Healthy Tannehill.
Well, yeah, that's what with Tannehill.
Well, he could be playing hurt.
With Tannehill, they are a 10-win team.
Okay, don't get hostile with the host over here.
With Tannehill,
he
can be a 10-win. They're a 10-win team with Tannehill. He's proven it.
They are. I wouldn't say.
Yes, they're a 10-win playoff team.
It's hard to say they're sneaky at this point since I feel like we all know what they got now.
I don't know. I feel like with what analysts give them credit for going into Tennessee. Tennessee's going to blow them out. Then, granted, they had a 6-hour game because of delays and stuff. They still go out and win.
But you have to say they're like an under the radar blip, though, right?
Analyst-wise, yes. Team-wise, I really don't think so. Because they play the Jets. Jets 27-0, 27-3. All the predictions.
But it's a Jets team that looked really good though.
Against Detroit.
Against
Detroit. No one ever gives the Dolphins credit. No one likes to give any team from Miami credit. The Dolphins are 2-0. They're proving people wrong through 2 weeks, and people will still try to find something wrong with what they're doing. And you know what? After seeing what Brady did against Jacksonville, this is the handing of the torch.
He's showing his age.
This is the handing of the torch to the Miami Dolphins for the division. This is the year they're going to take it and run with it, and that youth they got on offense and defense is taking over. This is the age of Miami.
So, with that in mind, because you're talking about, and I kind of agree with you at this point, I don't see the Jets really jumping up at least right away to challenge the Dolphins with the handing of the torch, and certainly not in Buffalo, where they have their own saga going on now.
They're not even a saga. They're just the dumpster fire.
I swear. People are talking about how terrible Vontae Davis is for it. I think it's freaking hilarious what he did. Because how often have any of us sat here, or anybody listening or watching, and just in the middle of something go, I really wish I could just up and quit right now. And this man actually did it.
I'll be honest.
That's kind of a baller move in my book.
Well, it is, but I feel like a lot of people are like that. Sometimes you just got to know when it's time to call it quits.
Yeah.
And he literally said, he's like, if I go out there, I know I'm only making it worse for them. So he just left. You got to give the dude a little credit for realizing what was going down with him.
Yep.
this is what it is. Bills fans, you're not going to like hearing this, but every single year when you say we're going to the Super Bowl, every single year you land at 4-12.
They'll be lucky in my book right now to get the 4-12 the way it looks. So I'm telling you
they'll take one from the Jets.
I mean, I'm not
They'll
doubting.
take one from the Jets.
But that's only one win.
Yeah, well,
Not to take anything away from the Dolphins. You beat the Titans and you beat the Jets.
You're right.
A Titans team that beat the Texans last week.
Here's
here's
the 0-2 Texans.
No, the only thing I'm saying about it is I'm not surprised they're sitting at 2-0 because of the two teams that they beat. I'm just sitting here saying that everyone that said the Dolphins be 0-2 at this point, y'all are wrong. And I hope you enjoy watching the fact that your savior Sam Darnold just got stifled by the Dolphins. He's going to step in and take us to the Super Bowl right away. Couldn't even get past the Dolphins, who no one believes in ever. And then this week they got the Raiders. And we see how they're doing without Khalil Mack. So there's and now I'm going to probably jinx them. There's a very good chance Dolphins end up 3-0.
I agree with you,
which
though.
no one saw coming. So, shout out to Adam Gase and what he's doing down there with that young core of guys.
Yes.
So, Pat, with the predictions in mind, we'll hop in then quick to do a quick sweep through of Week 3 in the NFL and give some predictions off the top of our head.
Still haven't kept track yet, but we will.
So that's true. We have not done that yet.
From here on, I'll start calling in my picks.
We need to get on that.
I'll be watching. You guys are about to make your picks. I'm going to call real quick. Hey, guys, I'm ready.
So Week 1, the first game of the week is the Jets going to Cleveland. Who you guys got?
Give me Cleveland. This is their week.
I say pass?
No, you have to pick.
You can pick a tie. You can feasibly pick a tie.
That's a fair point. It's happened now 2 straight weeks.
Jets.
I'm going Brown. I gotta go
Cleveland.
Browns. Bills are in Minnesota playing the Vikings Sunday at 1. Give me the Vikings with, I'm presuming, minus at least probably 11 points.
Minnesota by 50. They are gonna just absolutely run them over.
Minnesota by 15.
The New York Football Giants are going to play Houston 1 o'clock as well on Sunday. Give me Houston.
Houston.
Really? I'm the only one up here that's going to pick the G, man.
Wow.
The Giants
that Houston defense with their line and everything.
Giants offensive line is awful. It's not giving the great Eli Manning any time to throw. That's why the Houston.
Yeah, well,
and it's at Houston.
That Houston D line has been looking pretty good though. They haven't been looking hot either.
That's true.
Give me the G, man.
They're a bunch of clowns.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
give me the G, man.
We have to move on from that terrible pun to another terrible team involved with the Packers playing the Redskins in D.C. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I think.
Go Pack, go.
Who they playing? DC?
In Washington. Packers. Redskins.
Go Pack, go. Close game, though. Close game.
Battle of great future quarterbacks, presumably Garoppolo, Mahomes. 49ers go into Arrowhead to play the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs in a game where both teams are pushing 50.
I'm going to go 49ers, I think, in this one.
They're going to be pushing 50 points. There's going to be no turnovers.
It's going to be a gunslinging show, I think, out there.
They're combined for over probably 800-900 yards passing.
We finally get to the last of our favorite teams in this matchup. The Oakland Raiders head to the Hard Rock to play the Dolphins. I'm liking the Dolphins in this one.
The Hard Rock's got 2 home games this weekend.
Miami's
taking both of them.
The
Dolphins, baby.
When Miami ever gets
up.
somewhat good, everyone gets swooped in and they disappoint you.
No.
Raiders win this game by 10.
First of all, the Dolphins always disappoint you when you're a fan of them.
Raiders win this game by 10.
Indianapolis goes to play.
I see.
Fine, I switch it. Dolphins by 2.
Guilted them into it. 2-0 win.
All right. The Colts head to Philadelphia on Carson Wentz's return Sunday at 1 o'clock. It's quite an interesting matchup. I'm leaning on. I think I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think.
Who they playing?
Eagles and Colts.
Are you paying
Where'd you say
attention?
it was?
It's in Philly.
In
I'm
Century.
just wondering, why are we at this camera view for like 10 minutes?
I mean, if you want me to switch it up, I'll go to this.
Switch it up. You know?
Let people see you.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, it's just easier when you got all you guys over there. Plus, it keeps Nick on his toes and not his head in his arms.
I got the Colts in this one.
You got the Colts.
When's it's gonna be a little rusty?
It's going to be... I don't even know what to think of this one because the Eagles' defense has been looking hot. When they get into the red zone, though, not too bad for D. But I'm going to have to take Philly. Close game, low scoring.
Philly special. So the Titans go to the Duval region to face the Jaguars. Give me Jaguars probably by double digits would be my bet. That's what I'm going with.
I like the Titans.
Jags in a shutout.
Ooh.
I think people are getting too high on the Jags they're gonna have a Patriots win hangover this week.
You think
Titans
so?
win this game by 7.
Okay.
All right, let's go with some rapid fire here then at the end. Bengals at Panthers. Give me the Panthers.
Panthers, Cam all day.
Nick.
I'm on the Dalton train, guys. Come on. Andy Dalton has these weapons. He's got John Ross. He's got AJ Green.
Take it easy.
He's got Eifert. He's got CJ Ochocinco. He's got T.O. He's got them all.
All right, yeah, because they're definitely all there.
Simpson flipping over people.
Denver at Baltimore. I'll go Baltimore.
Seriously, Andy Dalton's good.
All right.
Is it Denver at Baltimore?
Yeah.
I'm on Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens.
That's all right.
Justin Tucker will have 5 field goals.
You saw what Cincy did to Baltimore. Denver's going to repeat it with Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. Give me Denver.
Saints at Falcons. I'll go with the Saints.
At Falcons?
Yes.
Falcons.
Saints.
That
blowout.
Saints defense blowout.
Blowout.
Have you seen that Saints defense this
Have
year?
you seen that Falcons offense this year?
All right, guys, we got to push along here and just do rapid fire the rest of the way. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but what we got to do to get to the other topics at hand. Chargers at Rams.
Rams.
Chargers.
Cowboys at the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Cowboys.
Why?
Seattle ain't looking good. That's why.
I mean, Dallas only really looked good because of the Giants, so give me Seattle.
Bears.
Yeah, Dallas sucks.
Bears at
Seattle.
Bears at Cardinals.
Bears. That's not even a question. Worst team in football.
Bears.
I will go
Phoenix.
Sorry,
Bears as well.
Team in Phoenix. Worst team in football.
Sunday night game, Patriots at Lions. Give me Detroit. I'm rolling with it.
Give me Josh Gordon. We'll have 3 TDs.
I mean, if the Jets can roll Detroit on Monday
Patriots
night,
win.
what do you think the Patriots will do on Sunday night? They're going to roll them even worse.
All right, Monday night, Pittsburgh visiting Fitzmagic and the Buccaneers. I'm going to go...
Pittsburgh gets it together.
I'm going
say-
Tampa.
You want a bold prediction? Brown and Le'Veon are both at... Well, Brown will be at the game. Le'Veon shows up, suits up. They combine for 5 touchdowns. Fitzpatrick, career worst game. Give me Pittsburgh.
Nice. All right.
That's
So
not
with
bad.
that in mind, then we'll shift
The
top.
bell might be a little stretch.
That's why I said bold prediction.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't hear the bowl.
I said bold.
So with that in mind, then we'll switch topics, head to the pop culture for a little while now. The 70th annual Emmy Awards were last night. Seemed to me there was a bit of a theme going on. Amazon and Netflix certainly took home their fair share. But really, more importantly, in my mind, you saw FX kind of dominate along with, more specifically, Amazon. The Assassinated Gianni Versace, an American crime story, as well as the
great series.
it was. I liked it. As well as the Americans, which came to an end this past season. Great series as well. Took home a combined 5 awards for FX. Then Amazon's The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel took home 5 awards as well, including Best Leading Actress in a Comedy Series. So, if you break it down by network, actually, though, Netflix took home 7 total awards, and then Amazon and FX took home 5 each. HBO snuck in with 6 with Game of Thrones and Westworld. Nick, you're a big Game of Thrones guy, I believe, over there, aren't you? I know you like your Westworld a little bit as well. So,
I'm all right.
what was your takeaway last night from the Emmys? Seemed a bit of a trend from what we usually see. I thought a lot more. I felt drama based than comedy based in the Emmys. Oh, hold up. Happens when you switch screens sometimes.
I was disappointed that Survivor didn't take home any awards last night. Big Brother didn't either. The Amazing Race didn't either. But the duo for Best Comedy Duo, I think it was, Connor Daly, Alexander Rossi of Team IndyCar of The Amazing Race was my takeaway. Them getting nominated was awesome because they were must-see TV. I'm a big reality game show type of guy. And disappointed. But Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Best drama. Game of Thrones. Best supporting actor
Pete
drama. Peter Dinklage.
Pete Dinklage got it.
Miles Finch. Other names. Game of Thrones stole the show last night. Huge Peter Dinklage guy. He was funny in Death at a Funeral. He was funny in Pixels. He's a great actor and he deserves it.
What about Game of Thrones? Because you haven't done anything with Game of Thrones where he won.
Oh, Game of Thrones. He's all right. He's good. He's good there. Game of Thrones is a good show. It might be the best show of all time.
Easy
off the break.
I don't know much about this Versace guy, but
Giovanni Versace.
Barry though.
How have you never heard of Versace?
Hey Nick, he's the guy Versace. It's kind of he created Versace. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Best actor comedy, Bill Hader, Barry. Oh, he was so good in Barry. Saw a couple episodes because my brother watches the shows. My brother watches all these shows, so I just live in the same house. I watch them. Bill Hader, funny guy. Mm-hmm. Barry's a good show. I definitely recommend it. And yeah, Pat, what's your take?
After decades of being on TV, Henry Winkler finally won an Emmy.
Yes, finally.
I'll be honest, very surprised he never won one for being the Fonz on Happy Days.
He got it for supporting actor, also in Barry.
Kind of surprised. I really like Henry Winkler. I think he's a funny guy. John Mulaney brought one home. I believe it was writing.
Yeah,
best writing for a comedy or something like that for his newest special on Netflix.
Yeah.
That came out back in May. Very good.
Yep, it was for the specific is outstanding writing for a variety special.
That. I also want to throw this little tidbit in there. Because from something I looked up, the past 3 years, RuPaul's Drag Race has won an Emmy. RuPaul's Drag Race. Apparently a very good show.
Is it better than This Is Us?
By the sounds of it, it is.
Just looking at this.
It's won 3 straight Emmys. Won 3 this year alone. Believe RuPaul won Best Host. Just throwing that out there. I want to throw a little tidbit in. Shout out to RuPaul.
Saturday Night Live won. That's nice.
Saturday Night Live did win one.
For, I believe, Best Guest Host or something like that. I can't remember.
I think they also won Best Writing for a Sketch Actor.
Yeah.
Best Show for Sketch Actor.
Can I just say, too?
There we go.
You bring up, good actors. Jeff Daniels, who plays a wide variety of roles, right? From comedies to dramas to action to whatever. He brought home outstanding supporting actor in a limited series or movie for Godless, for his character Frank Griffin. I mean, Jeff Daniels does not, in my opinion, get the credit he really deserves, and he gets an Emmy here. Certainly, I guess, known more for his movie roles. So really interesting, cool to see him get some award, some recognition for some TV, which you don't normally see him in. So that's pretty cool.
Rick and Morty won animated program?
It did. Rick and Morty.
What about Bob's? Bob's Burgers.
No one likes that show,
Bob's
man.
Burgers, I'm not going to lie, I was never into it. And then I watched it with my friends at school for a little bit. I got into it. It's funny. You actually need to sit down and watch it.
I've tried. It's a weird show, man. I've tried.
I'm going to throw this out there. I don't care what anyone says. The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, they are all the same show. They're all the same episodes. It's just different people doing the stuff, which makes it funny. And with a different, setting. The Simpsons, nuclear power plant town. Family Guy, fishing town. Bob's Burgers, just a small downtown.
Does South Park trump that?
I mean, South Park is very different because they don't focus on an entire family. They just focus on, like, a friend group.
Yeah.
But Bob's Burgers, you actually got to sit down and watch. It's a very good show.
Teddy's one of the best guys.
He's a very underrated character.
Oh, God, he's so funny.
Tina and Louise are the top two, but Teddy's up there.
Funny, too. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Speaking back to your take.
Yeah, just go back to just look at some other awards. Last week tonight with John Oliver on HBO, got Outstanding Variety Talk Series. We don't have HBO at home, so I usually catch some clips online, and it's always really good, in my opinion. Saturday Night Live took home Outstanding Variety Sketch Series, which really hard to top them year in and year out when they usually got damn near probably the best weekly comedy in general, really, for anything going. And Pat, you brought up RuPaul. RuPaul's Drag Race won Outstanding Reality Competition Program.
It is.
So it's really what we got. And then Outstanding Limited Series is what the assassination of Gianni Versace in American Crime Story won, beating out Godless, which is what Jeff Daniels won in.
I'm excited to see what the next series they do for that one is.
Yeah, they've had some really...
Because they've done OJ and Versace.
So
I'm ready. I'm ready for American Horror Story season, but I'm just
my money is because it's starting to get hot right now again, would be probably the Manson family murders.
I don't know.
I could see him going that route.
The only reason I would kind of not think that is just because they've went to just, like, it dealt with one person doing a killing of one or two people. I don't think they'd focus on a whole cult group.
True.
Maybe later on, but for your third season, I don't know.
You never know. Nick, anything else before we jump away?
I don't know. I'm feeling a little fall.
Feeling a little chilly.
That is true. We'll jump into our next topic then. Autumn is around the corner, and by around the corner we mean Saturday. So, Nick, this is your brainchild, so go ahead, take the lead, bud. Where you're going to lead us to?
Autumn, definitely a top 4 season for me, in my opinion. It's just a great time, you know. What's my favorite part about autumn is I'm a big drinker, so I love the brewery. I came out wrong, but
it's very scenic. They're very scenic in the fall. So
I don't recall that I've ever been to a brewery in the fall.
Bucket list.
But I have to do it this fall. I just feel like the leaves falling down, nice beer in my hand, you know, the wind blowing, chilly, not cold, but chilly. Just sounds like an awesome time. Put on a sweater, put on some pajamas. I don't know why I'm wearing pajamas in a brewery, but like sweatpants. Sweatpants, you know, football going on, people throwing footballs, Thanksgiving, Halloween,
love
the
Thanksgiving.
time
Series.
Thanksgiving.
I'm a big Halloween guy. I don't like dressing up, but I just love the holiday. Yeah. I love fall.
I like candy, so.
I love raking the leaves, better than snow plowing the driveway, I guess.
Snow sucks.
Yeah. It does suck.
That's probably why I hate fall. It's because it's just right around the corner of winter.
That's a lot of people why they don't like fall.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It gets cold. There's only one thing I like about fall, and that's fall baseball and, like, football. And
nice hot chocolate, you know.
Yeah. Sports is the only reason why I like fall.
Nice coffee just hits the spot.
I just love the temperature of fall. It's just a good time. It looks nice. Good holidays, good days. It's a good time. Your opinion?
I'm just looking forward. This might come off a little the wrong way. I'm looking forward to the fashion of fall. New sweaters, new jackets, new coats. Always looking for a nice deal on stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah, you can get a lot of deals in fall. A lot of summer deals.
And
best time to buy a pool.
Yeah.
If you're into pools.
Yeah. It's the best time to get a pool.
It really is. I just love the leaves falling down. Paul, what is your opinion?
I hate fall. That's my opinion.
When is it Saturday?
It gets cold. It gets cold. It gets damp. It's just,
Was summer of 2018 a good summer to you? You like summer?
I love summer.
I mean,
every
summer.
Look, every summer, every season, everything's great.
Everything's
always great.
This would technically be
great.
your 21st summer. I mean, if you really count your first year summer.
It'd be my 22nd.
How old are you?
23.
22nd summer.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes, because I was born towards the end of summer.
All right, 95. I mean, okay.
So
So was summer of 2018 a top 10 summer for you?
Yes. It was up there.
Yeah,
I'd probably say it was top 3. It was a good summer.
I liked it.
Yeah, good summer.
Did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I
mean-
can't wait for fall with all the leaves and down.
You're a big Leaf guy, aren't you?
Well, this is really stalled out really fantastically, so we'll move on then
Well,
to...
you put it down, Paul. You just put it down.
I try to let you take the
Put
wheel
it down
back.
with the leaves falling from the trees.
Yeah. It's
So-
a good time. I hope everyone gets out there and enjoys it.
So we'll move on to our final topic of the evening then. And, of course, if we're bringing up final, we have to bring up the fact that Dwayne Wade is playing his final year this year, signing a one-year deal with the Miami Heat. Flash, Father Prime, wow, a.k.a. the Wade. Calling it a career. Certainly, a lot of people thought potentially this past year was going to be the last year, but he's going to come back for one more year.
He signed for the whole year?
1 year.
One year
the full, 1 year to be used.
I thought it was just
as,
one game.
No.
Wait, he's playing for the Heat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Playoff team, look out, top 5 seed.
Wait, he's going to play for the Heat this season?
Yes.
I thought it was one game.
Nope, entire year.
This isn't Ichiro's weird-ass, retirement tour.
Speaking of retirement tours, is he going to get one? Because Kobe got one, Pierce got one.
Oh my God, it's going to be
Wade
terrible.
has said he doesn't want a retirement
It doesn't
tour.
matter if he wants one or not. If teams want
But
to give him
no,
one, they'll
that's
give him one.
that's what I'm getting at. Is teams will probably have a ceremony for the most part pregame in some way, shape, or form.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
I mean, Dwayne Wade's a good player, but to have a Kobe Bryant year? What do you think?
Yeah,
Pat?
that's true.
This isn't
To
really.
have a Kobe
I mean,
Bryant
I can
year?
understand giving him a send off, but not a Kobe send off.
He doesn't
ice
want
cold
the Kobe.
shooter.
He doesn't want the Kobe.
You just
send-off.
said
I know, but
he's going to get all
Kobe
these
didn't want
gifts.
Kobe didn't want a
He
Kobe
said
send off
that.
either. Kobe didn't
You
want.
said that?
No, I asked if he was.
Oh.
What I said
Then he
is
alluded
what
on
I
it.
said is he doesn't want the retirement tour, but what's going to happen is there's going to be some type of ceremony probably before most games played. Is my bet, even though he doesn't want it.
I mean, all I'm saying on the matter is Kobe didn't want a Kobe tour either, and he still got one.
Kobe wanted the Kobe tour.
Look, because Kobe deserves it. Arguably one of the greatest shooters of all time.
The best.
He's just cold-blooded,
The bet.
cold-blooded shooter.
I'll take Reggie Miller over Kobe any day of the week when it comes to shooting.
All right, yeah, you'd also take Reggie
why is
Miller
that,
over
Paul?
anyone that's ever lived.
He's
for
ice
some
cold.
reason.
Is it because of the Knicks?
No, it's because Reggie's consistently ice cold in his career. He didn't have to be just against the Knicks.
I want to get a stat on that then. I still want to know where you got this thing that people call Dwayne Wade Father Prime.
It was
Yeah,
a nickname
yeah.
the past couple years.
We got 6 minutes. Find it. Look it up.
I'm
Me and
looking
Pat
this
will
up.
talk.
I
You
wanna
look
know.
it up.
I want to know where he
All
get
right, I'll
Father
talk.
Prime from.
Dwayne Wade will average about 6.6 points a game
6.66 game. All right.
and play about 14 games. Nah, he'll play all right. I mean, he's Dwayne Wade. I mean, he doesn't deserve a Kobe season. Kobe last year. He doesn't deserve it because he's not that good of a player. He wasn't that great. He was all right. I mean,
We're going to need to put you on Shaq and a fool for that
Shaq
statement.
and LeBron won his 3 titles.
All right.
Excuse me?
All right, a lot of
Shaq and
people call
LeBron
him
won his 3
Excuse
titles.
me?
I mean, that's plain and simple.
What are you on?
Shaq won the first one, and LeBron
What?
won the next 2.
Dwayne was the MVP
When
of
did
the 06
Dwayne Wade
final.
win a title?
Now, wait. Hold on. I got a question real quick. So people say Shaq wins that title, but Wade's the MVP. Now, why is it that no one argues for Kobe when people say Shaq won those titles, but Kobe was MVP? Why is it no one defends Kobe, but you're so quick to defend Wade? I need to know.
I'm defending because Nick brought it up. This is
Because it's Nick. I want to know the real reason. Why are people
Kobe.
quick? Why are you quick to defend Wade, but when Kobe's the
My-
MVP of the series, everyone goes, Shaq won it.
My thing with Kobe's always been he's never made anyone around him better. He never did.
I mean,
and if he did, Chris
he's
Min would
got
be a
some
household
rings
name.
though. So
So does Dwayne.
I know, but what I'm saying...
If you want to have the ring argument, we'll have the ring argument.
Well, no,
Robert Horry's better than Jordan and Kobe.
Look,
and
I'm
all
not
that.
trying to bring in a ring argument. What I'm saying is you can't get to a title and win it on your own. You need help, period. Therefore, you in some way have to make guys around you better as well. So to say any one person that's won a title has not made the players around them better is just flat out wrong. Whether it's Kobe, whether it's even if Russell Westbrook ends up winning a title at some point with Paul George, those two together made guys around them better. You can't take anything away from Russ.
This is getting heated, the last topic of the day, I gotta say. I'll say Kobe won those titles with Paul Gasol.
Kobe's a cold-blooded shooter that got the job done in the clutch. Period.
Shaq was a great player.
End of story.
Don't get me wrong, Dwayne Wade was a good piece, but can you really say Dwayne Wade was the star of those teams that he won?
Yeah.
Very, very respected player. He's a guy you just can't hate.
Yes.
Very good career.
Sounds like Nick can hate
Shout
him for
out
whatever
Dwayne
reason.
Wade. I mean, you hate guys for absolutely no reason.
I don't hate
so that's a story
Dwayne
for
Wade.
another day.
I'm just saying wasn't the star player of those teams.
This man was never the highest paid player on the team.
That doesn't mean
that.
you're not a star. Tom Brady's never
bring his
hold
payroll
on.
into this.
Tom Brady's never been the highest paid player on the Patriots. Does that mean he's not the star of the team?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Nick just goes, he's the star of the team, and then your argument was he's never been
He
the highest
said he was not
paid.
the star of any of those teams.
Yeah, but just because he's not the highest paid or anything...
He might have been the star of the 06 team. But I still think it was Shaq.
Whatever.
But the other teams, no. LeBron was the star of those teams. You cannot tell me Dwayne Wade was.
Well, yeah.
Maybe the Shaq team.
Of the LeBron teams, of course LeBron's a star. LeBron's a star anywhere he goes. You put him on the Warriors right now, he's the star of that team still. He's the best player in basketball.
I give Dwayne Wade. He's a good player.
I can't believe it's the disrespect going on right now for Dwayne Wade.
Wait, are you trying to say he's a bigger star than LeBron when they were in Miami?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I'm showing a lot of respect.
respecting
Dwayne
I just
Wade,
said
man,
respect.
is a good player. He was a great player.
Wasn't, forever will be.
Top 50
Of all time?
of all time. I mean, I don't put him top 50. He's a good player.
What?
And I think
I
hope he has a good last year, but
when it comes to top 50, I actually got to sit down and think about it.
I mean, there's a lot of good players, a lot of great players.
Yeah.
I don't know if Dwayne Wade comes to my mind.
I would actually have to sit down and think about top 50.
But we're running out of time.
Because it's easy to say. It's easy to say just now top whatever.
Good luck, Dwayne.
Happy retirement. I hope you find lots of expensive wine.
He is so pissed.
He is.
I'm
I'm going to have to deal with this on the ride home now.
You're all going to have to deal with it because it's unmitigated gall going on right now for this man.
It's all right because we have to deal with you.
He thought we were going to come in here and praise Dwayne Wade.
I know. He thought we were going to come in here and just have a nice, happy discussion.
Happy any topic. Good luck, Dwayne.
So we gotta wrap this up, and I'm gonna wrap this up before we get anywhere. Pat, any parting words here before we ship off for the night?
Thanks for having me again, guys.
Hey,
I'm gonna steal something from Nick. I'm gonna give a shout out right now to everyone at Minders Academy, where I've been interning the past couple weeks, and will be the entire school year. So to the faculty, staff, and students, shout out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
He's an inspiration.
It's true.
I don't know if I'm an inspiration.
Nick, your traditional
shout out to my sister Samantha, who's not watching but never will watch. But shout you out, Samantha. Hope you're having a good day at school.
Yeah. Nice, Nick. That's nice. I like that. So anyway, guys, that, of course, will wrap it up again here for another episode of the Fresh Takes Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, download the app at FrankLakes1.com. Catch you next Tuesday on Fresh Takes Podcast.